what I've noticed all the different little traits in the chickens, and these Isa Browns that I've just got, the reason I mean, I'm already breeding chickens here, so I shouldn't have went and bought 2 chickens. I think they were $35 each, right? So, but my first 2 chickens were the Isa Browns. So when this local produce store had more, I thought I'm going to get another 2 because they were really great temperament chickens. And it wasn't just those 2. These ones are exactly the same. They've just got a different temperament of all the other chickens. Wyandottes are great, but they're not really that. They're still a bit skittish. Whereas these Isa Browns are just, you just walk past them. They just don't care. They just walk around looking at stuff. If you're looking at stuff, they'll come and have a look at it. And they'll get better. They're only about 6 weeks old, maybe 7 weeks old. They'll actually get better with age. Once they get to the mature age, they'll be even more inquisitive. So it's really great. Now, the white ones, the Leghorns, I don't like them. They're just, if you're going to grow chickens just to kill and eat, and you've got them, whether it's free range or in a an enclosure, well, I guess they're fine. Yeah, if you don't want to interact with them, they're just something you catch, kill and eat, fine. They're a little bit small. They do use them to as a table bird, because they grow, even though they don't grow very big, they grow to full size within about 8 weeks. So they use them in their food industry, because the chicken's full, it's from the egg hatching, 8 weeks, it's ready to go to the factory to get culled. Whereas the other ones take 3 or 4 months to get full size. So, but just skitterish, just unbelievable. Like this white one here, the one that's had, she's the one that's had a litter or whatever, she's already had some babies. She was in the caravan, and I've decided that everyone's got to go out, so I just walked behind them and herd them out, right? She doesn't know which way to go. She doesn't understand that you're trying to herd her. She's just trying to run any direction. And then she's looking up. So then she's flying up onto the kitchen table, knocking everything out. And I finally caught her, and she's just cackling and cackling and cackling. When I went to put her on the ground at the door to let her out, she just took off in the air and went crazy. And it's like, what are you doing in this caravan? Like, all these other chickens that are in the caravan know the rules. You don't know the rules. So I don't let her in anymore. As soon as she comes in, I go, no, you're out. See you later. And that's just what they're like. Now, what I've noticed as well is that the majority of the babies are white, maybe with a couple of black dots on them. But there's one black one. Now, the black one, it's got more Australorp in it, right? And Australorps are pretty good natured. And I never really had much success with them. They were okay, but I don't think that I liked the Wyandottes better. So the black one is kind of calm. And if you walk past it, it chooses its path and it goes in that path. The other ones just go, they don't know what to do. They're not watching anything, right? So not paying attention, mate, to you, except that you're coming, that's all. But the black one, the younger ones, the black one's fine, and the white ones are skitterish as. Now, luck may have it, I won't say it's luck, I hate killing any of the birds, but I've got, what have I got? What was I going to say? The 2 white ones are roosters. So tonight, they're out of those 3, they're the 3 that sleep outside. Tonight I'm going to make myself a net, and I'm going to throw it over those three, and I'm going to get rid of 2 of them and put them in the freezer after I clean them up and everything, and maybe have a barbecue on Sunday. Now, the black one I'll put in the pen and then in the morning I won't let that pen come up. I'll go in there, let the other ones out if there's anyone else. Sometimes they're all in one side because there's two sides of the pen. Sometimes all the chickens are in one side. Hopefully that'll be the case, and I can put her in the other side, just sit her in there for about 4 days, probably not even that, and then hopefully she'll go back in there every night, because if she's going to keep staying outside, that's not where she stays. So the other thing is she'll have to go as well, because it's like, if you're not going to conform to my rules, well, let's see you later, pal. Anyway, but I'd like to keep her just to see how she turns out. She also has nothing to do with the other two white ones. She just walks around by herself, so she probably doesn't like the white ones either. She's probably going, why are we sitting out here? Why don't we go inside like everyone else? Here's an example of the different temperaments of different breeds of chickens. Now, I've come outside to do a pee on the lawn, and I'm facing one way peeing, and there's the little Isa Brown, my little sweetheart Missy, right? She's walked behind me. She's very inquisitive, so she's watching me piss from behind, and she's just sort of looking in there. I didn't see her. Now, all of a sudden I've stopped to give it a shake, and I've heard a chicken at my feet in a big commotion going, and I thought, what the fuck is it? Why is there a chicken at my feet going crazy, right? Now, I wasn't expecting to see the Isa Brown. I was expecting to see one of those white ones, but why it was at my feet doing that, I don't know. Well, it was the Isa Brown. I'd trodden on a foot. She was screaming. I looked down, stepped off her foot. She looked at me and gave me a little peck. And then, the wind's up, and then I just walked into the caravan, and she just followed me in there like nothing happened. So, unbelievable, the different temperament. Anyway, that's that. I'm thinking the different temperament is also that they're a little bit smarter. They know how to act to stuff, like react to stuff. They know that I'm not going to hurt them on purpose, so they don't really worry about me. In fact, they'll come out and hang out with you, or if you're out in the garden, out in the yard, they'll come and have a look at what you're doing. I've trodden on her foot. She's gone, you trod on my foot, I'm going to give you a little peck. She barely even pecked me, it didn't even touch me. But she knew, she said, you know, you trod on my foot, I'm giving you a peck for that, but I'm going to come out and hang out with you in the bloody caravan, because we both know you didn't mean to tread on me, and I was the one that was standing under your feet while you were having a piss, so it's pretty much both of our fault, right? And that's how they are. Simple. Now, I'm searching for, you know, nice breeds. That's the thing. Like, the Wyandottes love them. Isa Browns love them, and that's pretty much now what I'd love to get a male Isa Brown so I could raise purebreds of those, and I might look into that. It's a local farmer that I get them from, or that the produce store gets them from, so I could talk to them and say, hey, you know, can you get me a little baby rooster? Because they sex them straight away. They know how to do it, obviously, and what time they do that, they normally bring the chicks in about 5 weeks old to the store in a cage there. So, but the thing is, this is the thing that I've learnt being on this property and having chickens. The chickens, they're all chickens, just like we're all humans, but the different breeds, they have different traits, and they have different temperaments, and they have different personalities. Now, try not to walk with the sun behind me. So I can tell the different breeds are different, right? And it's not just that they have different personalities, that each chicken has a different personality. Each breed has its different traits, right? Now, we as humans on this planet, we're told to treat everyone as equal, and everybody's equal. We're all created equal. Well, we're not, because we're all different breeds and we've got all different traits, and yet we don't know about it. And we, around the world, we fight for land, we fight for countries. You know, one country takes over another country. It's not so much these days. Oh well, it's happening now in Ukraine, isn't it? But Ukraine was once Russia, so really they're just taking back what was theirs, I guess. If you look at I watch on the internet, there's a thing called The History of the World. This is on YouTube. History of the World Day by Day, and you can see all the wars that have happened, and all the countries that have been overtaken and then taken back and then overtaken again, and then the next neighbour overtakes it. Now all these people from these countries, there wouldn't have been many people at the beginning, obviously, but they're different breeds of people and they have different traits, and they're not all meant to mix together, right? So now we have, you know, look at Australia. We've got all these what do they call them, boat people and stuff coming in. I think that where you're born, I mean, you're put on this world for some reason. We don't know what it is. I got a bit of an idea, but it's basically nothing. We're here for no reason whatsoever, and if this exists or it doesn't exist makes absolutely no difference. It's all in our head. We're here. That's all we know, so that's all we need to know. We don't really need to know anything else. There's nothing else that we can prove, I think. But one thing is that all these countries have got so many different breeds now, and all these breeds, they don't get along. So if I had chickens and all of a sudden I just go, look, I get rid of the ones that don't assimilate with the rest of them, they're causing trouble, they go to the table. And but we have, you know, people are different. The one person might have in his nature to kill, as many cultures do. They will kill, you know, in some countries they're going to kill someone. I watched a thing on YouTube, I wish I didn't watch it, I wish I could unwatch it, but a guy raped a young kid. I'm talking about a couple months old, like 3 months old or something like that. But they just took the bloke down into a gully, and you actually seen it. That's what I wish I'd never seen it, but they just blew his head off with a shotgun. And in some cultures that's considered quite okay. That guy did something wrong and he paid the price for it. Anyway, before my camera overheats, we're all different breeds, and sometimes at some stage we've got to realize that, because assimilating is fine. If that's what, like in Australia, we like everyone to assimilate, so therefore we want you to become an Australian, and act like an Australian. But at the same time, you know, when you're in your own house, like, have pride in your own culture, but your culture now should be Australia, because your culture's not your breed, right? Your culture's how you lived your life. So now your culture has to change. Your breed remains the same. So that's what I've learnt from chickens, right? It's made me reflect on life and go, yeah, wow, well, you ever get the feeling that you're racist because you don't like a certain type of person? Well, you might be sensing the way they think and you don't think like them. That's all I'm saying. I'm Stay Off Grid. See you later.